What's going on, everyone on Facebook? I wanted to shoot a video for you guys here and talking about authenticity and just moving out here, going outside. I'm out in Hawaii here for a few days and just looking at authenticity, transparency, what it takes to be real, what it takes for people to be successful with their life and what they're looking to do with their life. And let me just get settled in here and kind of get a little bit of an orientation of where we are. So what's it costing you to be inauthentic? And what does that even mean? You know, a lot of people discuss authenticity, and there's a lot of hype around what authenticity is, what it means to them, and how they actually get there. You know, I think the greatest cost, and I want you to consider this, is if you look at the greatest people who, when I say greatest people, the people who've done things in their lives, people who've made impact, the people who've done things and stepped into their own power and strength. What is the cost of them not doing that? And let me give you an example of this. What do you think would be the cost if Martin Luther King didn't step up into being Martin Luther King? What do you think would have been the cost if Tony Robbins didn't step into being Tony Robbins? What do you think would be the cost of, say, for example, a Mahatma Gandhi not stepping into being a Mahatma Gandhi? What would be the cost of someone who is not being themselves? Hello, Teresa, how are you? Ashley, good to have you on here. Ashley and Des, good to have you on here as well. What would be the cost of you not being yourself? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Because we always ask ourselves this question, what's it mean to be ourselves? You know, I'm trying to be myself, trying to be my greater self and become this greater version of myself. And everything that we're looking to become into this thing and step into this identity of ourselves. What would it mean to you that if you didn't actually achieve that? You know, I was 30 years old, and I was having a conversation with one of my best friends, and he said, and we were having this conversation, and there was this huge realization that I went through. And the realization was, what if I was born and didn't do what it is I wanted to do with my life? What if I didn't live my gift, live whatever it is that was authentic to me? Did I, you know, it's like that old saying, the old personal development thing, did I do everything I could with everything I was given? And beyond that, it becomes, the question is, and if I didn't, then do I want to go to my deathbed with 3 days left to live and say I regretted how I lived? And I don't know, that question changed the trajectory of my life, I think, in a very big way. And I ask you the same thing. What is it costing you to be inauthentic to yourself? And what's it costing you to be inauthentic to your own life? Because, I don't know, you sit out here, and I'm sitting here in Hawaii at this resort looking at like this view. Just take a look here. It's just unbelievable. And it's, you know, I don't know if there's a guy upstairs or not, or what you call it, but all I know is that it's pretty epic, pretty like unbelievable, these views. And you gotta think, where did this come from? So that's why I ask you, and that's why I shoot this video, because most people in their lives, when I talk to people and we get on these calls and we have conversations with people, the biggest symptom I see of everything is that all these, you know, symptoms of physical and psychological abnormalities, depression, anxiety, all these things, they all start with people just not being authentic to themselves. That's where it starts and that's where it finishes. And so people, their business, they look at their business life and they look at their economics, and they say, you know, they're asking themselves these questions about, why am I not making more money? Why am I not making more of an income? I need to have more money to live my life. And I was having a conversation with someone earlier this morning, and I realized this just realization that life is about the feelings that we have and the feelings of that we express and fulfill. And let me know if you're watching and where you're watching from, so I can chime in and greet you on here as well. But the greater the sphere of influence, it only becomes from a greater sphere of gratitude. Your impact and the level of gratitude you have is 100% correlated. And when I figured that out this morning, it was like, oh, I got this chill in my spine, just this inspiration that just went through me, and I just was like, wait a minute. And I wanted to share that with you guys because the only reason we're not being authentic is because we're afraid. We're afraid of what someone's going to say. We're afraid of what someone's going to think of us. We're afraid of, being rejected. And the biggest fear of all is that we're not enough. And what if that was all bullshit? What if that was just a psychological construct you placed into your head that it just isn't real? Because it isn't. But someone from the outside made you believe that that was true, that you needed the approval of someone else on the outside to give you validation for yourself on the inside. And so when you look at your game and you look at your life, and I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, but I'm just trying to get you grounded in the idea that if someone didn't become themselves, where would their life go? Would they create more symptoms? Would they create more physiological problems? Would they create more psychological problems? Would they create more negative thinking? Would they create more delusions of depression? Or would they actually prosper and live a fulfilled life with wealth and money and economics and all these things that we dream about? Because here's what I'm going to challenge you to believe. I'm believing that most people will never get the opportunity to appreciate who they really are. I think it's true. I think most people won't ever get the opportunity to really appreciate who they are. And if you're getting this, I want you to realize who are you and what's it costing you not to be yourself? Look, if you're in a shitty marriage, you're in a loveless marriage, you're in a scenario where, you're in a relationship, it doesn't have to be a relationship that's not fulfilling, not authentic to yourself. If you're doing something that's inauthentic for your life and wasting time doing something just for the dollar because you've built on all this debt in your life that you can't get out of, my question to you, again, is what's it costing you? Because there's a lot of people in the world who are sitting there on Xanax and drugs and depression and medications who are preventing themselves from living. Last week, I had the unique opportunity of doing my Delta experience in Chicago with some amazing people. And the transformations that came out that day were absolutely unbelievable. One man had, I think it was for 40 years, been seeing therapists and all that. And he had a brother that passed away when he was 4 years old. And in something like 26 minutes, I haven't followed up with him this week, but pretty sure we cleared that trauma that's been holding him back for all these years. I had another lady who'd been grieving from the loss of her son, or the death of her son, let's not call it a loss, and over a year, and having support groups and medications and therapy and all this stuff. And in a matter of about an hour, that one took a little bit longer, about an hour and a half, we're able to help her get through that. Because I don't believe you need to really hurt. I guess that's why I became a doctor. I guess you really don't need to hurt. And to understand how to heal from the inside out gives you power. And that's why I'm asking you, what's it costing you not to live in your power? What's it costing you to stay disempowered in your life? I don't know. I think for a lot of people, they live that disempowered state because they're afraid of becoming themselves. And it was interesting. My son was at the same event, and he said, "Dad, you travel, you do this and that." And he said, but he goes, "I'm so grateful because you understand what it's like to live your inspiration." And it's not easy. It's not, it doesn't come without ridicule and challenge and all these different things, which is fine. But what's it costing you not to live yours? Because I think when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you say to yourself, is this enough? When is enough going to be enough when you don't become yourself? When is enough going to be enough when you don't really authentically love who you are? When is enough going to be enough when you say, I want more out of my life? When is it going to be enough for you to say, I've got to be real and authentic to me? I don't know. I don't know when that time is for you. I know when it was for me. I know when it was real and really like right in the face for me. When does it become that for you? Now, I'm not saying you have to give up. Most people have this fear that you got to get up and walk away and lose everything in your life. It's not it at all. What if you can learn to master your life by having everything in your life rather than losing things? It's the fear of loss that prevents you from actually getting what it is you want out of life. Because you think you've created all this stuff, and that's all your ego that you've placed as a possession. Because what if you lost everything that your ego had created up until this point? Who would you be without your identity of your labels, your names, your name brands, your houses, your cars? Who would you be without this identity you'd created for yourself? So I challenge you to be certain about who you are. I challenge you to be certain in your own skin and not needing the support or the challenges of other people to be who you are. So something to consider for today, I think, at least. While I'll show you one more view here, overlooking this just stunning view. You probably don't want to see me. You're probably like, show me the view. I don't blame you. I do the same thing. Take a look at it here, guys. Share this with me and let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking about this post, and let me know what's it costing you. It's costing you not being there. And if there's something we can do to help you, if something I can do to help you, you know how to get in touch with me. Go to alignmastery.com, book a call. Let's see if we can help you. I don't know if I can help you. I'm not sure that I can, but there's no need to struggle, is what I'm saying. Like, if you can go out and make a difference in your life and change who you are, then go to alignmastery.com, schedule a call, and let's see if there's something that we can do to help you and get you out of where you're at. I have clients every single day who are emailing me, texting me, messaging me saying, thank goodness for your program. Thank goodness for what you do. And you just don't need to struggle anymore. You really don't. There is a solution for where you're at. So consider that for yourself. Consider that for where you're looking to become and grow for yourself. Again, that's alignmastery.com. I'll put the link underneath here as well. Take a look at it, and I'll talk to you then. Take care. I'll shoot another video tomorrow for you guys. We're going to a waterfall tomorrow, and I'm going to jump off some waterfall. We'll see how that works out.